Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Sunday, August 17th, and this is my analysis for the US dollar. And we're starting off on the monthly time frame, working our way all the way down to the 1 hour for the full top-down analysis. So on the euro dollar on the very high time frames, I definitely do have two possibilities. The main possibility that I've been talking about for probably 8 months now is that this is a wave A. This is like a wave B of either a running flat or an expanding flat. And we're now in like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave C, which likely would put us all the way up to about the 1.34 area and maybe even a lot higher than that. That's my possibility number one, which is obviously very, very bullish. Possibility number two is to just keep it simple. We have our Fibonacci retracement on the last impulsive move down. If this is actually a wave A, not a wave one, and this is a three-way pattern down for a wave B, not a wave two, and this is a wave C, not a wave three, then the 78% could be a very likely area for this to end a pullback to this last move down, and then it just ends up continuing the downtrend from there, maybe even going down and making new lows back down to parity and below. So two very, very, very different analysis in very different directions. But the key is if we can identify the end of this wave up right here, we should be able to know whether we're looking at a wave 3 or whether we're looking at a wave C. Can't really do it on this time frame. Going down to the weekly time frame is actually where we start to see the structure of this move up right here. Remember, we're trying to figure out whether this is a wave 3 or a wave C. If it's a wave C and we identify the end of a trend for the wave C in the area that we're at now, then that's how we're going to know that it's just going to keep on going down and down and down. If we do not get the end of a trend, but instead we get higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and it just keeps on making higher highs, higher lows, then that is the price action you would expect to see in a wave 3. So as of right now, there definitely is no end of a trend. Yes, we do have 5 waves, but that definitely doesn't mean the trend is over. Going down to the daily time frame, we had this big pullback right here, but is it possible that is just a pullback to the last 5 waves up? In order to know that this whole trend is over, unfortunately, right now we would have to see a break of this low right here, which we obviously do not have. This three-way pullback could just be a subdivision of a much larger uptrend on the higher time frames, like that wave 3 we were just talking about. So if that's the case, and this really is the end of a crescent, then this needs to keep on going up, making higher highs and higher lows. So going down to the 4 hour time frame, like I said, if this low right here is really the end of a wave C and we're back into the uptrend, then around the 4 hour time frame, we should see higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Which so far, that's exactly what we're seeing. The market is definitely trending. We do not have the end of a trend. If it goes down and takes out this low right here, we will know that this move up is over. And if that move up is over, then likely this cannot be the end of a wave C, and we're either going to turn into a more complex correction on the daily weekly, or maybe the weekly monthly really is ending a wave C and the euro dollar really is going to turn down in a big way. For now, all we know is that the trend is up and that the trend is normally your friend. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, I do have my Fibonacci retracement on this move down right here. Like I said, even if it does turn down, it's actually this structure way down here that would tell me that the trend is over. So even if it does turn down, that doesn't really necessarily mean anything. It could possibly just turn down, make a pullback, and keep on going up. That is why, because of my higher time frame analysis, I am definitely still primarily very bullish, and I'm definitely still looking for longs any chance I get, especially if it's like a three-way pullback, Fibonacci bounce, and golfing move to the upside. So anyways, don't forget to check out my website linked over here in the corner. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading.